Hello everyone, this is part 3 of What If Naruto Has the Golden Eyes, and I hope you guys enjoy this video and to like, to subscribe, to see more comment down below. Now let's start the intro.
They call me a god. They call me a god. They call me a god.
Why are we still here? Let's leave before those Anbu catch us, then we will have a war on our hands, Kisame said as Naruto and Kisame jumped from roof to roof trying to find a place to hide. Here, take this, Naruto said handing the scroll to Kisame. I need to check up on something, so meet me at the clearing 1 mile from here. Why are you doing this? Kisame asked, not wanting to split up. He liked being around the blonde. Trust me, Naruto said, disappearing in a swirl of leaves. It's not you I don't trust. It's this damn village I don't trust, Kisame whispered before shooting off toward the clearing. Begin, Kayet said as Sai and Neji started to battle. You aren't going to be able to defeat me, Neji as he got into ready position. Sure I can. I can change my fate just like Naruto can, Sai said, also getting into ready position. The only person that has defied fate was Naruto, and I don't see you doing what he has accomplished, Neji growled as he charged Sai. Sai started to draw tigers on his scroll, making them become lifelike. The tigers shot toward Neji, trying to stop Neji's advance. Neji sliced them in half with a kunai as he continued to run toward Sai, never missing a beat. Sai and Neji clashed with Neji's kunai, trying to gain the advantage. What do you mean, what Naruto has accomplished? Sai asked while they were still in the power struggle. Neji pushed Sai off, sending both Genin skidding back a couple of feet. Naruto is the only one I know that has defied fate like he has. He was supposed to be the dead last from the very beginning, but over time we became friends, but that doesn't change the fact that he was dead last. When Naruto left the village with Itachi, and my team had to bring him back, I saw that he was no dead last. Even on the bridge, he killed many mercenaries in less than 5 seconds, Neji said, laughing near the end, confusing Sai and many of the people in the stands. And I thought he was a dead last, Neji whispered. So, why can't I achieve that level? Sai asked, glaring. It is simply impossible for any of us to take him on now. Until we have a decent time to train, then we might be able to face him again, Neji said as he again charges at Sai. Neji ended up beating Sai into a pulp after a rather rude comment about Naruto. All the battles happened as they were, with Sasuke still being late. The time has come for Sasuke's battle with Gaara, and Sasuke was still nowhere in sight. Where the hell is that bastard? Kiba yelled, getting really angry that Sasuke isn't there. I'm sure he'll show up just on time like Kakashi-sensei, Sakura said, a little nervous that Sasuke is this late. Up in the Hokage's quarters, the two Hokages were having a grand time watching the matches until an Anbu appeared behind the Leaf Hokage and whispered into his ear, we have problem. It seems 2 Akatsuki members stole the Forbidden Scroll from our archives. This is unfortunate. Get a couple of Anbu teams together and get back that scroll, the third whispered back, getting a nod from the Anbu before disappearing in a swirl of leaves. Just as the time was 5 seconds from being up, Sasuke and Kakashi appeared in the center field in a swirl of leaves. Kakashi looking badly beat up. Just in time, Lee cried out as the other Jonins walked up to their students, also looking beat up. What happened to you guys? Ino asked, looking at all of their sensei's condition. Oh, it was nothing, Guy said, shaking his hands in front of him. Well, alright, but you guys need to tell us later, Tenten said before turning back to the fight that was to happen. Now that Sasuke has arrived, we can start our battle between Sasuke Uchiha, getting cheers from a section of the crowd, and Sabaku no Gaara, getting cheers from another section of the crowd. Begin, Kayet yelled as he jumped back. Sasuke took the offensive and charged Gaara, sending kicks and punches only for Gaara's-san to block every attack. Sasuke backed off and decided it was time to try something he copied from a teammate. Sasuke stood up and put a hand behind his back with his other hand outstretched in front of him. Hey, that's my style, Lee yelled. Sasuke shot forwards at an incredible speed. The next thing Gaara knew, he was kicked in the side, sending him skidding across the field. So, he is using that other guy's technique, but I must kill him. Mother says so, Gaara thought as he shot sand across the field toward Sasuke. Sasuke dodged the sand attack and sprinted toward Gaara, only for Gaara's sand to block the kick and shove Sasuke back. Sand started to surround Gaara and pack into a thick sphere. Damn it, Gaara, you can't use that technique yet, Temari whispered. I wish Gaara wouldn't be like this. Sasuke looked at the sphere of sand with his two Tomo Sharingan to try and see what Gaara was up to. Sasuke threw a kunai at the sphere only for it to bounce off. Well, if that didn't work, I'll have to try other tactics, Sasuke thought as he charged the sand sphere. As soon as he was close enough, sand spikes shot out of the sphere toward Sasuke, cutting him on the leg. Sasuke jumped back to his original spot and thought this whole ordeal over when an idea struck him. Sasuke ran to the top of the wall and started to unclip his arm restraints. As soon as they were off, he started to charge up an attack that had loud chirping sounds. Kakashi, why did you teach that to him? Guy asked. I knew he had to go up against Gaara, and I also knew of his famous defense, so I thought Sasuke would need a technique that would penetrate said defense, Kakashi explained as Sasuke started to run down the wall. Sasuke was almost to the sphere when spikes started to stick out of it. The spikes cut Sasuke up but didn't stop him from penetrating the sand with his Chidori. There was a blood-curdling scream as the Gaara from inside of the sphere started to yell, "What is this warm stuff? It's blood." Gaara screamed from the inside of the sphere as Sasuke desperately tried to yank his hand out of the sand. As the onlookers watched the match, an Akatsuki member appeared in front of the Leaf Hokage. The two ninja behind said Hokage were surprised to see an Akatsuki member in front of them and readied themselves for an attack. I have some info that Leader Sama wanted delivered, the cloak ninja said as he tossed a scroll to the Hokage only for one of the ninja to catch said scroll. Let me see the scroll, the Hokage said. But what if it's a trap? The ninja asked, still glaring at the Akatsuki. Let me see it, the Hokage said, standing up and grabbing the scroll and sitting back down. Also noticing the sand, Hokage was sweating bullets. Once the third opened the scroll and read the contents. His eyes widened. Is this true? The third asked. Yes, the Akatsuki member said simply. How can I trust you? The Hokage asked, quirking an eyebrow. The Akatsuki member lifted up his hat just enough for only the Hokage to see his eyes. He met by a pair of golden Sharingan eyes. This is why, Naruto said, pulling his hat back down. Right, the Hokage said as he turned to the match after hearing a horrible scream from the sand sphere in the center of the stage. Looks like you have problem, Naruto said, looking at Gaara as the sand started to fall onto him. Yeah, why couldn't you get this info to me earlier? The third asked. Had a little trouble getting here, Naruto said as the Hokage remembered how beat up Kakashi, Guy, Asuma, and Kurenai were. I see, the third said. Let's make a deal, I'll take care of Gaara if you let me out safely, Naruto said emotionlessly. The third sighed while thinking. Fine, but you owe me, the third said. Naruto nodded and jumped down to the stage. Orochimaru had the kunai to the third's neck as soon as Naruto jumped off the ledge. That scared of your old organization, huh? The third said, grinning. Orochimaru started to laugh as the sound 4 knocked out the ninja that were guarding him. If you had any idea who were in that organization, then you would be too. Sasuke was staring at Gaara in awe as the sand started to fall around him. What are you? Sasuke said as he started to back up. You're all the same. Everyone is the same and starts to fear me. Well, I'll teach you how scary I can become. Gaara yelled as he ran at Sasuke. Naruto appeared in front of Sasuke at that time. Gaara skidded to a complete stop only a few inches away from the cloak ninja. Move or I'll kill you, Gaara said as he started to take on more demonic voice. I understand, Naruto said. You understand what? Gaara said. How it feels to be what you are. How? You don't know the pain, the loneliness, the sadness of being what I am. Gaara yelled as he started to cry. I do. I have lived the same life as you have, Naruto said, taking off his hat while still in the close proximity. How? Gaara asked, still crying. Naruto unbuttoned his cloak and lifted up his shirt to show the seal that was on his stomach. I also have a bayou sealed into me, Naruto said, pulling his shirt back down and buttoning his cloak back up. Everyone in the stands that was from the village was surprised that the demon container was back. The villagers were starting to get angry that he dared to come back to their village. Sasuke was furious that Naruto interrupted his match and for all the things he has done to him. He will die, Sasuke thought as he charged up another Chidori. I thought I was alone, but now I have found someone like me, Gaara whispered. Then he did something his brother and sister thought they would ever see. Gaara smiled. I'm glad to see that you're finally happy, but I need to Naruto said, but was interrupted when a Chidori was plunged through his stomach. No, Gaara whispered as Naruto slid off Sasuke's arm. Sasuke was grinning from ear to ear. I finally did it. I killed him. Now all that's left is Itachi and, but was cut from his thoughts when what he thought was Naruto melted into blood. What? Sasuke and Gaara said in unison as Sasuke's world went black. Naruto was seen standing behind Sasuke with his hand where Sasuke's neck was. You are too predictable, Naruto said emotionlessly. Gaara shot toward Naruto and tackled him to the ground, hugging him. I thought you were dead, Gaara said, crying into Naruto's cloak. Naruto was confused. Wasn't Gaara supposed to be cold and heartless? It's fine. Someone like him can't hurt me, Naruto said, patting Gaara on the back hesitantly. Now that I know that someone else is out there, I don't want to lose them, Gaara said, getting up as well as Naruto. I hate to hurt your feelings, but I need to go, Naruto said as he turned around to leap off, only for Gaara to grab his sleeve. I don't want to stay here. Please let me come with you, Gaara pleaded. Naruto turned around and looked Gaara in the eye. If you come with me, then you will be subjected to more hate than you will ever imagine, Naruto said. That's fine. As long as I'm with you, then I will make it, Gaara said, smiling his second smile as he slashed through the center of his headband. What is this warm feeling in my stomach? Gaara thought. Naruto sighed and nodded. Let's get going before we get caught in all this mess, Naruto said as the two Jinchuriki jumped onto the nearest roof and to the rendezvous point. So, this is the path he has chosen. At least Gaara has found someone like himself, Temari thought as she watched Gaara jump off onto the roof while the genjutsu was being placed onto all of the villages. What is going on? Kakashi thought as the genjutsu was placed on all the people who couldn't release it. Just as all the ninja released the genjutsu, the attack was sprung and everyone was in combat. As everyone was combating their own battles, Kakashi was able to back up into the corner where four genin were guarding themselves from attack, and out of the corner of his eye he noticed Sasuke get up and follow Naruto. The four that were in the corner were Neji, Hinata, Sakura, and Shikamaru. You guys are going to have follow Sasuke and make sure he doesn't hurt himself. He is in over his head, Kakashi explained as he dodged a stray kunai. What a drag, Shikamaru said, sighing as the four genin jumped off to stop Sasuke and hopefully talk to Naruto. Naruto and Gaara appeared in a clearing with another person that was wearing another cloak just like Naruto. Who is that? Kisame asked as he took off his hat and sealed it away. Gaara, meet Kisame. Kisame, Gaara, Naruto said emotionlessly. Gaara scooted toward Naruto slightly at the mention of his name. Why is he getting so shy? Naruto thought. Okay, well, what did you do? Kisame asked. Just had to make a delivery is all, Naruto said simply. Another thing. How did you manage to get him to come along? I thought we had enough people. Kisame asked, glancing at Gaara. No, we could always use more people, but while we are on the fact of Gaara, Naruto said, tackling Gaara to the ground and pinning him there. Naruto lifted Gaara's shirt to show his stomach and seal. Gaara had a dark red blush on his cheeks as Naruto started to trace more lines onto the seal. Then the impossible happened. The screaming in his head stopped. What did you do? Gaara stammered out as Naruto got off of Gaara with Gaara still lying on the ground. I configured your seal so the damn raccoon would shut up, Naruto said as he sensed a chakra signature approaching. Do you sense it too? Kisame said as they looked toward the direction where it was coming from. Why is he so stupid? Naruto said, shaking his head with his normal Sharingan still on since Kisame and him entered the village. Just as he finished his sentence, Sasuke jumped into the clearing with his two Tomoe Sharingan on. You bastard. You took away my fight and then you make a fool of me in front of the entire village. Why do you do this to me? Sasuke yelled in anger. Naruto said nothing back as he stared into Sasuke's eyes with a motionless mask still on ever since he left the base. There are 4 more chakra signatures coming this way. I don't want to fight them all, so I think I better make this quick, Naruto thought. I will kill you for revenge of my entire clan. Sasuke yelled, as he was about to charge was stopped when sand smacked him in the stomach, sending skidding across the ground. As Sasuke stood back up, he looked at Gaara in anger. No one talks about Naruto-kun like that. Gaara said in anger. Since you never got the chance to finish your fight Sasuke, I think it is only fair for you finish it before you get to me, Naruto said, backing up as well as Kisame. The two stood off in the center of the clearing until Sasuke dashed at Gaara. Just as Sasuke was midway there, the four genin jumped down onto the other side of the clearing from the two Akatsuki members. Sand shot from the ground, cutting Sasuke on the thigh, but Sasuke managed to get a quick punch in before leaping back. Sakura started to go forward to help Sasuke but was stopped by Neji with a hand on the shoulder. He must learn how to fight a battle and finish it before we can help him, Neji said as they watched the battle. Shikamaru was watching Naruto intently to see his next move and try to figure out what kept him in the shadows for all this time. As the battle raged on, it seemed that Gaara was losing due to the loss of the orders that was always yelling in his head. Gaara was now lying on the ground looking up at the sky. Sasol was approaching him with a kunai in hand. Is he really going to do what I think he going to do? Sakura thought as Sasuke continued to walk toward Gaara. This is what I deserve for not being able to fight with my own strength, Gaara thought as he awaited the pain to come and wash over him. Everyone watched as Sasuke bent over and put the kunai to Gaara's neck. Just as Sasuke was about to cut, he was stopped when a red lighting shot across the ground and air and struck Sasuke directly. Sasuke was barely able to stay awake to see what happens next. Naruto made 3 clones and stationed them between Sasuke and the genin. Kisame and the real Naruto approached the two that were on the ground. Kisame picked up Gaara as Naruto stood over Sasuke. Why can't I kill you? Sasuke managed to get out as he looked up at Naruto and his 5th level Mangekyo Sharingan. You haven't enough hate, foolish cousin, Naruto said before punching Sasuke in the face, knocking him out. Naruto turned to the 4 genin that were watching the battle from the other side of the clearing. So I guess you are the clean-up crew, Naruto said. Neji shook his head as they went through the plan they have been discussing while the battle between Gaara and Sasuke was going on. You gave us enough time to come up with the perfect strategy to defeat you while we were watching the battle, Neji said as Hinata, Sakura, and himself charged the 3 clones. Kisame, get Gaara out of here. I'll take care of these weaklings, Naruto said as he watched the 3 genin fight his clones. Kisame nodded and shot off into the forest. As the 3 clones started to disappear, the only ones left in the field was a knocked-out Sasuke, 3 tired bunch of genin, and Shikamaru. So let's see your plan then, Naruto said as he noticed that all of them were looking at his legs. Just as he said that, Sakura threw 2 kunai at Naruto. Naruto caught one of the kunai and with it, sliced the other down the middle. Is that all you got? Naruto asked as he noticed that he wasn't able to move. Cage main success, Shikamaru said as he lifted his arms to test. Neji quickly shot forwards and started to close all of Naruto's chakra points. Well, it looks like we outsmarted you, Naruto, Neji said smiling. Well, it looks like he wasn't all that complicated after all, but man was it hard trying to hold him still, Shikamaru thought as he leaned against a tree. No. I will not let this happen. But, what can I do? All my chakra points are closed and there is no way to reopen them, Naruto thought as he was lay there on the ground. Naruto could hear the faint cheering from the 4 that defeated him. Why couldn't I use my Mangekyo Sharingan? I could have won it in less than a second. I couldn't even read their moves. Now that the fox is almost gone, I can't use his chakra to reopen my points either, Naruto thought in defeat. I made it so you couldn't use your Mangekyo Sharingan, Kyuubi said in the back of his mind. Why did you do something like that? Naruto asked. I wanted to demonstrate my gifts that I am leaving behind, Kyuubi said grinning. Well, what is it? I really need to get out of this mess, Naruto thought. Simply focus your chakra to crush through those blockade and you will see, Kyuubi explained. Alright, but you said 1. What else is there? All in due time, Kit. Now let's get out of here, Kyuubi said as Naruto started to focus his chakra. Black chakra started to rip open his chakra points one by one. What is this black chakra? Naruto thought. I thickened your chakra and basically made it so you produce your demonic chakra instead of that puny blue human chakra, Kyuubi said. Thank you. You're the best, Kyuubi, Naruto thought on the inside while his emotionless mask was still on the outside. Naruto started to stand up with his black chakra and his Mangekyo Sharingan on. It was truly a scary sight to see. How did you reopen your chakra points? Neji gasped. I'm a demon, remember? You can't stop demon chakra, Naruto said coldly. We won't let you leave. You're our friend and we will get you back, Hinata stuttered as the four genin charged Naruto. Amida Sharingan. Naruto yelled as his eyes strained to the technique. Neji, Hinata, Sakura, and Shikamaru were hit in different ways, slammed into different parts of the forest. From an observer's point of view, it looked like the four genin exploded in four different parts of the forest while Naruto didn't even move. I should try to conserve my Mangekyo Sharingan techniques. They are all overpowered and put too much strain on my eyes to use, especially the Amida, Naruto thought as he ran from the clearing to meet up with the others and turning off his Mangekyo Sharingan only to be replaced by his golden Sharingan. The four genin finally woke up and went the clearing where they fought. Naruto was nowhere in sight. Damn it. I thought I had him all figured out, but then he pulls this shit. Shikamaru yelled as he slammed his hand into the ground. We all did, but he is just too powerful for us. I saw him trying to use his Sharingan but couldn't because some red chakra was blocking his use of it. Then all of his chakra turned black and reopened all his points. We are going to have to train harder if we are going to bring him back, Neji said while the others agreed. They stood up and grabbed Sasuke as they left the clearing. Naruto jumped into the area where he sensed his teammates were at and sat on a log, surprising the two ninja that were also seated around the fire. About time. What did you do? Kisame asked with a little concern in his voice. Just played a little. Nothing big, Naruto said as he picked up a fish stick. I'm glad you're okay, Gaara said. Now you talk. He wouldn't talk the entire time you were gone, Kisame said. Gaara shrugged and continued to eat. Well, Gaara, welcome to the group. We already have 7 other people including myself. You would make 8, Naruto said taking a bite of the fish. Who else is in it? Gaara asked. Itachi, Deidara, Zabuza, Haku, Naruto, you, and, well, let's not say his name just yet, Kisame said smiling. Gaara looked down and started to cry. I'm so glad to with other people that like me, Gaara said. Naruto and Kisame looked at each other and smiled. It was a good choice, bring him along. -4 years after Chunin exams. Have you heard that the Akatsuki has captured another Jinchuriki? Sakura said to Tenten, Hinata, and Ino. They have been of the demon that resides in Naruto a little over a year ago and their view on Naruto hasn't changed a bit. I think that was like the 6th one, right? Tenten replied. Yup, but if Naruto and Gaara are in the organization then that leaves one left, Hinata said. Why did that retard join him anyways? He joined the very organization that is trying to kill him, Ino said. Haven't you heard the rumors? Sakura said, smiling. No, what is going on? Tenten asked, closing the space between the two. Well, rumor has it that a part of the Akatsuki have defected from them and made their own organization. They are now battling each other, Sakura whispered. Really? It's about time some of them got some brains and left, Ino said. Who left the organization? Hinata asked. By what Jiraiya's spy system? The list goes like this, Sakura started, smiling. Deidara, Kisame, a guy named Pain, and Naruto as their leader. He has picked up some help along the way with people like Zabuza, Haku, and Gaara. All the girls were awestruck. How could someone like Naruto do such an amazing feat? The guys already know and we are hoping that this new organization was made to help the common person, Sakura said leaning against a wall. Of course it is. Naruto wouldn't betray us all like that. Ino yelled before realizing that Naruto already did. Well, I guess he still has a chance, Tenten whispered before they all split up. Are you ready? A shadowy figure said. Yes, the other figure said as they stood side by side looking over the Sound Village. They were both wearing cloaks similar to the Akatsuki cloaks except they were white with black clouds and the inside of the cloak was black as well. The cloak was made of the same material as the Akatsuki cloaks and they were both wearing hats like the Akatsuki. The duo jumped from their positions heading straight to the tower in the center of the village. They jumped from roof to roof heading straight for the tower where their target waits. The ninja passed many sound ninja but they were angry with the way there has been and discouraged their leader. This might be easier than expected, they thought as they jumped through an open window and stood in front of the sound's leader. I was wondering when you were going to show up. Tell me, are you ready to die? Orochimaru asked turning around in his chair. The two said nothing as they stared at the snake Sannin. Antisocial, silent, new uniforms. You two must be, Orochimaru said as the two cloaked figures took off their hats and sealed them away. Itachi and Naruto-kun. This is a very nice surprise. So, why are you here? Itachi simply pointed at Orochimaru. Ah, you are here for me. Well, I won't let you take me alive. Orochimaru yelled as Kabuto and several other ninja jumped into the room behind Orochimaru. Kabuto, kill them, Orochimaru said smiling. As you wish, Kabuto said as he pulled out a kunai. The next Orochimaru knew was that he was stabbed in the back. Kabuto had a kunai stuck into the back of Orochimaru. Why? Orochimaru stuttered out as the kunai was shoved further into his heart. I never really served you. I always served Naruto-sama. Ever since the Chunin exams, Kabuto said grinning as one of the ninja that was with him put a kunai to his neck and slit his neck, causing blood to shoot out. Good job, Itachi said emotionlessly. Thank you Itachi-sama. The Sound Village is now under your control. Everybody here has made preparations for your takeover, Kabuto said getting onto one knee as the other ninja followed suit. We must call a meeting with the entire population of the village. They must know what they are getting into before we take over. Also, find the runaway and bring him to me, Naruto said. Kabuto and the other ninja bowed and dashed off to gather the village. When they were gone, Itachi turned to Naruto. Are you sure about this? Putting other people's lives risk is very unlike you, Itachi said looking at Naruto in concern. Naruto never puts other people's lives at risk for his own gain. It's so unlike him to be doing this. Yes, this must be done. I'm going to ask them before they accept the offer. They will know what will happen to them, Naruto said as he walked over the large chair and sat down. If you think this is a good idea then I believe you. You have earned that from me over the years, Itachi said as he walked over to the window and looked out to the streets. Itachi saw Kabuto and the other ninjas spreading the word about the death of their old Hokage and Naruto being the new one. From street to street people began to cheer out at the word of Orochimaru's death. It seems Kabuto did a good job in the propaganda field on this village. Everybody seems to love the idea of you becoming their Hokage, Itachi said. So it seems, Naruto said walking up to the window as well. Kabuto appeared after he informed the village of the meeting. He too was interested in what Naruto had to say. The entire village is informed of the meeting. The meeting will begin in 30 minutes. We were unable to find Sasuke. How we missed him was incredible. We were prepared for the uprising for a while now and secured any exits out of the village in case there was anyone still loyal to Orochimaru, Kabuto said. Missing Sasuke was of no concern to me. How is everybody taking the change in leadership? Naruto asked. As you can see, you have 100% of the village's support, including the military as well. They will fight for you until the end, Hokage-sama, Kabuto said as he kneeled down on one knee. Good. Everything is going as planned. Great job on the propaganda, Kabuto. Nobody would have liked the hostile takeover if it wasn't for your propaganda skills, Naruto said. Thank you Hokage-sama, Kabuto said still bowed down. This is why I wish for you to start up a new school. The medical ninja training field will be of great importance in future conflicts. I also wish to start a propaganda school for more advanced ninja. I have noticed this village's skill in penetrating fear into the enemy's hearts by nearly yelling false commands. Growing on that advantage can be of great use when outnumbered or losing, Naruto said standing Kabuto up. Kabuto was astounded by this new school on the propaganda arts. Why didn't anybody else think of this sooner? So this is why I have decided to put you in charge of both. You have great potential in both of those areas so this fits you perfectly, Naruto said. Kabuto simply nodded stupidly. Well, get going then. You need to find capable ninja for your school so it can grow, Naruto said, waving Kabuto off. Kabuto bowed and jumped out the window to start up his new school. Why are you making him do that? There aren't many ninja to go around and jump into the school. They are still weakened by the defeat at Fire Nation's capital, Itachi pointed out, making the two remaining Jonin-level ninja in the room mad. Yes, I know. This is why you two will go out and recruit more ninja to join the academy. We need more ninja if we ever get attacked, Naruto said to the two Jonin in the room. As you wish Hokage-sama, the Jonin said in unison and disappeared from the room. And that leaves you Itachi-kun, Naruto said looking at said person. What will you have me do, Naruto-kun? Itachi asked. I want you to find the most capable ninja in the village and bring them to me. I want to train them myself, Naruto said, as he got ready for his speech. As you wish, Naruto-kun, Itachi said with a wink as he jumped off. 30 minutes later, everybody was still celebrating over the death of their former leader and the coming of their new one as they walked to the village's square. Finally, he is dead, one man said as they walked. Yes, we have a purpose now that that snake bastard is dead. Another woman yelled as she got cheers from the crowd. The large square was packed full of civilians as the roofs had ninja and civilians looking up at the Hokage Tower. The Hokage Tower in sound was more like a mansion due to the money Orochimaru put into it and reached up too far for a ninja to jump into. The only way to get up the building was by the tree climbing exercise taught in all nations. Even then the building had chakra suppressors on the side of the building, so when turned on, nobody could walk on the sides of the building. The square was just as large as the tower. It was able to hold 3/4 of the entire population of sound, which was saying something. Kabuto's propaganda skills were at work even before Naruto took over. The population was dwindling when their nation lost against the Fire Nation, but once Kabuto started the propaganda campaign in surrounding nation, people started to come back faster than the village could handle. Once a small poor village, the massive amount of people joining the village made it 3 times larger than Konoha as well as the other cities in the country. Once word gets to them of the death of Orochimaru, they will be cheering with all the people in their capital. As Naruto and Itachi walked out onto the stage, people started screaming and cheering. They were the ones that would get them out of poverty and humiliation of being at war with the Leaf. Their black and white cloaks have become a symbol of hope to the people of Sound, and they hope it would do just that. We have officially killed the one known as Orochimaru, and my organization, which is known as Yoinokuchi, will be taking over the country of Sound from here on out unless you accept this one condition, Naruto said over the microphone. Everybody went quiet to wait and hear what Naruto had to say. If you accept this condition, then you will be subjected to extreme hatred from other countries, but in the end it will be for the greater good, Naruto said to the crowd. Everyone was still listening to him, so that must mean that they still want to hear him out. Well, here goes everything, Naruto thought as he told the entire country his condition. Everybody was taking it surprisingly well. Naruto told them of the consequences that lie in the future if they lost this war, but they knew what would happen if they lost it as well. It was a win-win situation for them. If they won this war, then they would be the largest country in the world, but if they lost, then they would be the scapegoat for a new world order. It seems that they agreed to the condition, Kabuto said, walking up to the 2 Yoinokuchi ninja. That went surprisingly well. I thought they were going to throw us out, Itachi said emotionlessly. Indeed. Now then, let's rebuild this country together, Naruto answered while telling the crowd the last part. The entire village went up in cheers as the people began to celebrate for their new leader. Wow, Tsunade said out loud as she read the scroll about what is going on in their neighboring country. What happened? Shizune asked from across the office. That the group Naruto has started up just seized control of the Sound country and killed Orochimaru, Tsunade said, still believing what she is reading. Shizune almost fainted at hearing the news about Orochimaru. What are we going to do? Shizune asked. Shizune knew that Tsunade saw Naruto as a son. The way his friends described him made her believe that was so. The scroll that was sent by Sound says that they want peace after we open the next scroll, Tsunade said looking at the other scroll. Is it a trap? Shizune asked. No, it's a simple storage scroll, Tsunade said before opening it. At least 100 bodies shot out of the scroll. The top one had a note on his back reading, "No more spies or they will end up like this." Tsunade sighed at this. What could she do? It was either stay at war with Sound, try and find their capital, or make peace with them. Call the council. We need to talk, Tsunade said before walking to the council room. What is this all about, Tsunade-sama? An elderly council member asked. Sound has sent us a peace offering in hopes to end the bloodshed between us, Tsunade said, shocking the councilman. Orochimaru would never send a peace offer to the one place he despises. It must be a trick. What do our spies inside the country say? The elderly man asked. Orochimaru was killed by the group known as Yoinokuchi and have taken over the country. As for the spies, they are all dead, Tsunade said. All of them. There were at least 100 men in that country looking for their capital. And isn't that the demons group that took him over? The elderly man exclaimed. His name is Naruto, and yes, they killed them all, Tsunade said. We will not have peace with those beasts. We have no choice. It's either stay at war and keep looking for their capital or agree to the peace agreement and rebuild, Sunid retorted. No, we will find that capital and it will burn. The man yelled. Are you stupid? It will take years to find that capital and once we do it will be heavily defended. It will only weaken us and leave us open to attack from another country. Also holding on to the village would be next to impossible because of the people's fierce devotion to Naruto. They think of him as a symbol of hope and they would all die trying to hold that city, Hiashi exclaimed after reading the scroll Itachi has sent to them. The civilian council began to talk amongst themselves. Fine. We agree to the peace. We still have some rebuilding after the harsh attack on our village anyway, the elderly man said as both the ninja and the civilian halves nodded in agreement. If everybody is in agreement then we now declare this war over. Sunid yelled as the entire council went up in cheers. Several days after peace was made with the sound, everybody has heard about the takeover by Yoinokuchi. The Leaf Village's general population was not so happy with the way the war turned out. All that happened was their village got sacked by Sand and Sound and they got away with it. The villagers were not so much angry with Sand but was furious with Sound. Sand was tricked by Sound into fighting with them and they lost a Hokage as well. Overall Sand lost a Hokage, Leaf lost a Hokage and was dealt major infrastructure damage, and Sound got away with a clean slate. Part of the peace treaty was that the war stopped between the two and no repetitions had to be paid by Sound, thus angering him further. Iwa seemed to have taken a liking to Sound and started open trading with the nation. Sound quickly agreed to the trade between them. Wave Country, now one of the largest trading countries, for some reason cut trading with Rain and opened up Sound. Again, Sound agreed quickly. Sound is really coming out of the hole that it dug, Neji said as the large group consisting of Hinata, Tenten, Kiba, Sakura, Ino, Shino, Choji, Shikamaru, and himself lie across the fourth Hokage's head watching the sunset. Naruto is doing a great job in handling the situation there, Tenten added. But people here hate the Sound more than ever because of him, Ino said. Nothing much we can do about that, Kiba said. Troublesome, Shikamaru said while watching the sun go down. Our village is pretty deep in department trying to repair the damage that was done, but we are almost done. Only a week or two is needed before we complete the repairs, Sakura told the others. We will pay it off once we are done with what is needed, Neji said. Do you think we will have another war with Sound? Tenten asked looking at the ground. No, Naruto won't start another war but I don't know about us though. The general population hates the Gutsa if we do go to war with them then we will be the ones that start it, Shikamaru said. Yeah, Naruto wouldn't start anything like that, Kiba exclaimed. But how are we going to get back Naruto-kun and Sasuke-kun? Sakura asked. We can track down Sasuke's Hawk group but getting Naruto back now is almost impossible, Neji replied. Everybody seemed to get a little depressed at hearing it is almost impossible to get Naruto back. We can still get him back. If there is just a sliver of a chance then we can do it. We have been training for this long for that very purpose. Nothing can stop us. Kiba exclaimed smiling. This seemed to brighten everybody up. Once I see you again I will bring you back, Tenten thought as the sun finally went behind mountains. 1 year later. The year has been great for the economy of Sound. They are now exporting more than they are importing. Their military has grown to be the top number in the world. The general ninja goes as follows. A Sound Genin is equivalent to a low Chunin in Leaf, a Sound Chunin is equivalent to a low Jonin in Leaf, and a Jonin is equivalent to a low Anbu in Leaf. The training system has intensified giving the ninja more experience in the field. Naruto has specially trained a small group of ninja to be the elite of the elite. They wore a cloak similar to the Yoinokuchi and Akitsuki except the entire cloak was red and the inside was black. They didn't have the hats but the cloaks were made of the same material. They have been trained to never speak a word unless the Naruto tells them to. The people have come to love Naruto and the rest of the Yoinokuchi members. They have devoted their lives to helping him in any way possible. Sound was not the only one improving themselves. Leaf, stone, sand, lighting, and water have all been growing their numbers. Although nowhere near the amount that Sound has, the other countries still have a large amount of ninja on their side. Leaf was able to complete their repairs and pay half of the debt off. It seems everybody was finally at peace. Although the countries were still concerned about the extremely large amount of ninja Sound controls. Sound simply told everybody that his was a precaution for being squished in between two large powers. Still, that was a large amount. Is the new tactic complete? Naruto asked one of his best strategists. Yes, this new tactic you have come up with is brilliant. Hopefully the other countries will back off and not interfere, the Sound Ninja said. The other nations are so used to the old style of fighting and warfare they will never see this coming, Naruto said with his Mangekyo Sharingan swirling into appearance as he looked over a map of the continent. Naruto, Pain has delivered the message to his nation. They have all agreed to the condition, Deidara said as they looked over the Sound Village from atop the Hokage Tower. Good. We need Pain's help in all this if we are going to achieve our goal, Naruto said turning to Deidara. What is your plan? Deidara asked Naruto. He was generally worried what he was planning. You will see, Naruto replied smiling before disappearing from the rooftop. Deidara sighed, you better not hurt yourself, Deidara thought before returning to his men. Fuck. Why did you do this, Naruto? Tsunade yelled from her office. What happened? Shizune asked rushing into the office. Naruto invaded Star and Swamp. Tsunade screamed while smashing the desk in front of her. What? That makes our border with them longer. How are Star and Swamp holding up? Shizune asked hoping that they will be able to hold Naruto off. Not so well. They haven't got to their capital yet so they got time to defend. What is he doing? Tsunade asked out loud. What do you mean? Shizune asked. Sound isn't heading straight to their capital like we normally do in warfare. They are capturing all the cities along the way. What are you up to? Tsunade asked out loud. Are we going to help them? Shizune asked. No, we can't. We are still paying off war debts from our first conflict with them and they have a larger ninja count than us by far. We can only watch from afar, Tsunade said gravely while looking out the window toward the battlefield. Naruto-kun did what? Tenten yelled, shaking Neji profusely. Sound and Rain has begun to expand their territory with a new tactic they have been planning, Neji said to the group. What is this new tactic? Shikamaru asked while raising an eyebrow. The traditional style of warfare was fought not on the countryside but at each other's capitals. Destroying the capital means you have won the war and the people are left to rebuild the village. This new tactic was made so they take city to city, mile to mile, expanding their territory as they go and not destroy the cities but taking them and using them to their advantage. I have no idea if other nations are going to incorporate this new tactic but it kind of forces them to, Neji said when Tenten stopped shaking him. I see. It turns a battle that used to happen in a day or two into months or even years of combat between the two sides, Shikamaru said out loud. Think of all the deaths that would stack up due to this new style of warfare, Shino said. Everyone now saw just how brutal this new style can be. Why did Naruto-kun do this? Hinata whispered. I don't know but we're going to have to talk to the Hokage about this, Shikamaru said while standing and running off to see the Hokage. Tsunade's head was about to burst. Both Rain and Sound are expanding their borders. Sound was attacking east and west in hopes to expand their borders while Rain attacked the disputed territory between Leaf and Sand and the disputed territory between Sand and Stone. Also making her mad was the invasion of Tea Country by Rain. They were a peaceful country and was sacked by Rain. Neither side shed blood from almost all of Rain's expansions. Sound was a different story altogether. Sound invaded quickly and aggressively, killing all who stood in their way. While Rain's expansion took a little over 2 weeks, Sound conquered Swamp in 1 week and Star a week and a half. Now Sound has set his sights on the disputed territory that was between Lighting and Star and Waterfall Country while Rain also had their sights on Bird Country. This is bad. Sound and Rain are out of control and we need to stop them before they gain too much power, Tsunade said to the Jonin that were in front of her. But we are still in debt, Kakashi said. Kakashi and the others were getting angry with the way Naruto is taking smaller countries. I know. We can even trade with Sand because of Rain. Trade has stopped between Sound and Wave so that should slow them down a little. Now Bird and Waterfall asking for help. What should I do? Tsunade asked the Jonin. Going to war with Sound is a bad idea. Maybe Rain is a better choice. Guy said. No. Rain has been making their army larger as well and is now equal to ours. Looks like we are sitting out of this war unless we can get more help, Tsunade said putting her head in hands. Her hands seem to be tied and she can only watch as Naruto and Pain destroys the fragile piece that was in place. When will they get here? The waterfall cage asked one of his best Jonin. In a matter of minutes. This war is pointless. We are going to lose this fight, then why fight it? We would at least save the people from their suffering, the Jonin asked. No, we are proud people of Waterfall. We will fight until our last breath. The cage exclaimed. Fine, but whatever happens to the people after the war is on your head, the Jonin spit out before returning to the wall. Sounds sent messages to the leaders asking them for their surrender or continue a war they weren't ready for. All the nations that received the scroll ripped it apart and declared that they were superior to Sound in all ways. All ended up in defeat at the hands of Sound. All was calm in the night as the remaining ninja stood at the wall of their village as they waited for word from their Jonin leader. As the Jonin approached, a Chunin asked the question that was on everybody's minds. What did the stubborn bastard say? He said no, the Jonin replied. Everyone was enraged at what the Jonin said. Word spread like wildfire down the wall and all the ninja were angry with what the stubborn cage said. That fucking asshole. This war is going to get us all killed, including our families. Are we going through with the plan? The Chunin asked. Yes, I'll contact him, he said as he threw a purple flare into the air signaling his contact to approach. As the flare died away into the air, a ninja with a white cloak with black clouds appeared with two other ninja with red cloaks. The two red cloak ninja had hoods on to disguise themselves from everyone, and the white cloaked one had a straw hat covering up his face as well. What is the word? The Yoinokuchi member asked. We will help you kill the old bastard, the Jonin said. The Yoinokuchi member nodded and threw a second flare into the air. The flare burned a bright red as it slowly burned into the ground. As soon as the flare burned away, Sound ninja were shooting over the wall at amazing speeds, all heading toward the tower at the center of the village. All the waterfall ninja joined the group as they began to cut down all the ninja that were still loyal to the cage. The Yoinokuchi member and his honor guards ran past all the fight toward the tower. The village was rather small, so it didn't take long for them to get there. The cage was seen watching the battle from the top of the tower with only the fire from his village lighting up the roof. So this is the way my village go out, the cage said out loud to the two WFPF next to him. So it seems, a voice from behind him said. The waterfall cage turned to see three cloaked figures standing side by side with the white one in the middle and the two red ones to his side. I take it you are the commander of this attack? The cage asked. Yes, the white cloaked figure replied. Then you will be the first to die. WFPF, kill them. The cage yelled as he pointed it toward the Yoinokuchi member. The WFPF dashed toward him, completely set on ripping out his guts. The two red-cloaked figures dashed in front of the Yoinokuchi member and clashed kunai with the WFPF halfway. The cage jumped over the power struggle and ran the rest of the way toward him. Do you know who I am? The Yoinokuchi member asked. No, and I don't very much care. The cage yelled as he went for an uppercut only to be dodged and kicked in the stomach, sending skidding across the ground. The cage got back up and dashed at the Yoinokuchi member, sending a flurry of punches. I am one of the three survivors of my clan, the Yoinokuchi member said as he dodged another punch and sent one back, and I am one of the more dangerous ones. The cage stopped and backed up a bit. Are you the leader of the Sound, Naruto? The cage said in fear. If it was him, then he stood no chance in winning this fight. The Yoinokuchi member took off his hat to reveal himself to the desperate cage. You are not the leader of Sound. You are his second in command, Itachi Uchiha. Maybe I still have a shot at this, the cage said to himself. Itachi shook his head. Stupid cages and their belief in beating the impossible. This is too annoying. You are just as stupid as all the other cages that were killed at our hands, Itachi said as a clone stabbed the cage in his spinal cord. The waterfall cage slipped to his knees as Itachi walked up to him. The two guards that were on either side of the helpless cage, grabbing onto each side of him. Any last words? Itachi said as the honor guards put two kunai to his neck. May all of you burn in the deepest part of hell, the cage spat out before the two kunai slit his throat. As the cage fell to the ground, Itachi kicked him in the chest, sending the body of the waterfall cage off the tower and plummeting to the surface. This land now belongs to Sound. Move troops in and secure the area. We have a long road ahead of us, Itachi said as he put his straw hat back on and jumped away to inform Naruto of the events that took place. I see. Thank you for telling me so quickly, Tsunade said as the Anbu disappeared, leaving only herself, Shizune, and Shikamaru. This is bad. The alliance between Rain and Sound has named themselves the Central Allies, Tsunade said to the group. Yeah, it is. Waterfall was the last of the smaller nations that had ninjas, Shikamaru said, rubbing the back of his head. We have been incorporating this new style of combat for a while now and have finally taught all the men how it is fought. It seems that sand, stone, water, and lightning have also utilized it as well as teaching their men how to fight such a war. There is a good chance stone might want to ally them, making their ninja count larger, Shikamaru added. Sand is our only ally right now, aren't they? Stone hate us and relations with lightning are healing. Water are in the middle of a civil war but are starting to come out of it as the new generation are starting to take over there, so they are going to need some time to rebuild, Shizune said. Again, this is bad. Sand and Leaf probably only have enough forces to hold off Rain, but not both Sound and Rain. Sound just has too many troops, Tsunade said gravely. So what are we going to do? Shizune asked. We need more allies. Let's try and convince Lightning to join the alliance. With Lightning in the alliance we would be able to attack Sound from 2 directions and liberate Star, Shikamaru voiced. Not a bad idea. It's worth a try, Tsunade replied in her thinking position. I'll get the scroll ready, Shizune said as she left the room to get the scroll. If war did come, they will need more allies in the coming fight. 1 month later, it seems most of us got placed near the old disputed territory that Rain now controls. I see, Choji said as he noticed Team 10 and 8 walk out of the camps. Where is Team Guy? Kiba asked, looking around. They are stationed on a port city near Wave. They got it lucky because nothing happens out there except for a few pirates, Shikamaru said from behind Kiba, freaking him out. Don't do that, Kiba exclaimed. Troublesome, Shikamaru said before leaning against a tree. Well, not completely lucky, Hinata said. What do you mean? Shino asked. Sound has been utilizing in sea-to-land combat. We were able to see some of their training from a spy on a cargo ship that entered the docks. They could be training to land onto our shores, Hinata explained what she has learned from her father. Or land on some of those islands and water country, Shikamaru said. What is Naruto up to? He is making all these new technologies. Have you heard of that machine that was in Snow Country? The one that shot out kunai at a rapid pace. Well, he has made it smaller so it is handheld and more maneuverable, Tenten said as she took out a picture and showed the group. It was a simple box that was as long as a staff with a crank on the side. The ninja holding said weapon wore the standard issue Sound uniform, which consisted of all black standard ninja cloths. It looks interesting. This could also cause problems in the future, Shikamaru said as a loud siren blared in the background. What the fuck is going on? Kiba yelled as other Leaf ninjas started running by. It's an attack. Everyone to the front lines. One of the Jonin yelled as everyone kept running. Just as they made it to the edge of the town, a hail of kunai with exploding tags attached to them shot out from the woods near them and started to hit all around. They held up their arms for some protection against the bits of stone. Some of the ninja went down while others were unscathed. The ones that were wounded were screaming for a medic with the dead lying next to them silently. Rain ninja, wearing their slanted uniform which was similar to Sound's except Rain's was grey, started to leap out from the woods and went into a fierce battle over the edge of the town. All the ninja there started on both sides were using their set skills to defeat their opponents. Eat this. Choji yelled as he smashed a Rain ninja into the ground only for another Rain ninja to kick Choji in the ribs. Damn you. Kiba punched off the ninja that was on Choji. Thanks for that, Choji said as he got back up with the help of Kiba. No problem, Kiba replied as a Leaf ninja over the speakers started blurting out orders. Retreat. Retreat. Fall back into the town. Fall back into the town. The intercom screamed as everyone started to run back into the city. As the Leaf ninja retreated, Team 10 and 8 turned to see if they were pursuing them. What they saw next angered them to no end. Most Rain ninja were chasing him, but some stayed behind and were checking them to be alive, and if they were, they killed them. Those bastards. They are killing the wounded. Kiba yelled as they continued to retreat. That's the way they fight. They are the take no prisoners type. We don't do that, but it seems that they do. Shikamaru yelled as the Rain ninja pursuing him slowed down for the other ninja to catch up. The remaining ninja entered the courtyard. What happened? There were at least 400 men here. Now there is like 200. Shikamaru yelled in the commander's face. You think I didn't notice that? Most were trapped by the Rain ninja and are currently fighting. We need to retreat out of the town. This town holds no importance and we are going to need all the men we can get for future engagements. Everyone, we are leaving. The commander yelled over the intercom. All the ninja started to retreat with the gear. What about the men still stuck in the town? Ino asked. They will have to find their own way out. Come, we need to leave as well, the commander replied as he too started to leave. The group turned to each other. He is right. We don't have a choice. If we go to help them, we would be outnumbered and overpowered. Feel sorry for the dead and care for the living, Shikamaru said before they joined the group of retreating ninja. Good luck, all the Leaf Ninja thought as they exited the courtyard just as a group of Rain Ninja entered through the other side. The kill-death ratio was 2-1 in Rain's favor. Halten Sie kämpfen, bis ein Sound Sieg ist sicher. A voice over a speak blared. Team Guy were stationed on a coastal city near the Sound border along with 300 other ninja. They were attacked by land, something they weren't ready for. I can't take it any longer. If we stay here any longer, we are all going to die. One ninja yelled and jumped up and ran away. Several others got up and ran. Those weaklings. Stay here and fight, said a high-ranking commander. Sound Ninja ran around the corner. The Sound Ninja were outnumbered 2-1, but they seemed confident. Morale must be high after taking 3 nations in less than a month. Weiter Verstarkungen sind auf dem Weg. Lassen Sie sich nicht auf. Wir haben sie auf der Flucht. Continue to blare out. A couple more men jumped up and ran away. One even going as far as committing suicide. This is nuts. Lee yelled as he sent a kick to one ninja's head but was blocked by his partners. 128 palms. Neji yelled as he continued his attack on a Sound Ninja. The Sound Ninja dropped to the ground knocked out. Almost immediately another Sound Ninja rammed Neji away from the downed ninja. Neji looked up at his attacker and noticed that the ninja had a medic band on his arm showing that he was a medic. The medic picked up the downed ninja, jumped away. Everyone. This is hopeless. This city is lost. Retreat to the next checkpoint. The commander screamed over the intercom before they heard the sound of fighting over the intercom. Your commander is dead. Please give up and put your hands in the air. Our men will deal with you properly, a Sound Ninja said over the intercom. A group on the street across from them put their hands in the air and walked toward a group of Sound Ninja. One of the Sound Ninja had one of those kunai shooters and sprayed the 5 ninja down. Those bastards. Tenten yelled as they continued to fall back. One Sound Ninja kicked over another Leaf Ninja and put the weapon to his face and pulled the trigger. One kunai shot out of the weapon and went straight through his head, killing him instantly. As all the Leaf Ninja retreated from the city and made it to the checkpoint and counted the kill-to-death ratio. It was 4-1 in Sound's favor. War spread over the land as Rain attacked Sand from the north and east, Stone from the south, and Leaf from the west. Sound attacked Stone from the east, Lightning from the south, Water by sea on all sides, and Leaf from the north. They attacked everybody at the same time in hopes of confusing them by the surprise attack. It worked as the kills mounted up in the Central Allies' favor. As the world was plunged further into darkness, all hope seemed to be lost for the Allies. Keep fighting. This is our last position. If we lose here, we are all going to die, screamed a Stone commander over the megaphone. They were fighting for a key mountain, deep into Stone territory on the eastern side of Stone. These mountains held many crop-producing fields that were used to produce food for the Stone Ninja, and since trading with other countries was out of the question, they had to rely on themselves for supplies. The Stone Ninja were being pushed back up the mountain by the Sound Ninja, and many were falling down on the ground as the fierce battle continued. Just as Stone Ninja were at the edge of the cliff, the Sound Ninja stopped pushing and came to a halt. Are they going to let us surrender? They are known for taking no prisoners, so why are they doing it now? Asked a Chunin as the commander came out of the crows of 75 and stood in the ground between the two forces. We would like to ask for surrender. We have nothing left to fight with. Please, let us live, the commander pleaded. They didn't want die here, of all places. Sound Ninja started to part away to let their commander through. As the last of the ninja parted, a Yoinokuchi member gradually walked out in front of the crowd. He was flanked by 2 figures wearing their famous red cloaks, the honor guards as they were called. The Yoinokuchi member took off his hat and sealed it away. You bastard. How could you betray your homeland like this? There will be no forgiveness for what have done. The commander yelled. Deidara smirked and snapped his fingers. The entire side of the kill went up in a large explosion. All the sound ninja covered their faces, as the three cloaked men didn't move an inch. That was true art. Deidara yelled, making most of the sound ninja sweat drop. Our company leader is retarded, said one of the sound ninja as they began to set up camp on the mountain. I hope everyone else's campaign is going better than mine. These mountains are a bitch to get through, Deidara said to one of the honor guards, who in return simply nodded. Bloody sand sprayed everywhere as sand ninja began dropping in all directions from sand shooting from the ground and crushing them. The one responsible was a Yoinokuchi member with a large gourd on his back with several rain ninja watching from a distance. This battle was being fought over a trading town in the middle of the desert. I'm sure glad that I am on his side, one of the rain ninja whispered as another sand ninja tried stabbing him in the back and screaming demon, only to be blocked by more sand and thrown into a wall. Pathetic. Come, we must move quickly if we want to capture the rest of the town, Gaara commanded as they went to capture the rest of the town. So this is the lightning supply factory, huh? Haku said out loud to his two honor guards as they looked at the walls of supply factory from a distance. The factory was placed in an enormous city that was ready to be defended at all cost. Yup, lightning has pulled all of their remaining forces into this one spot. Be prepared for a long fight, said one of the honor guards. So that is why we hardly had any resistance up until now. They were trying to pull us here, Haku said. So it seems, said the other honor guard. Get the men ready to attack in 2 days' time and call reinforcements in. I have a feeling we are going to need them, Haku said gravely. It's great to be home. Kisum yelled as he stretched out his limbs. Shut the fuck up. We have a job to do now that we got all those other damn islands out of the way. We can go on to our real objective, Zabuza said while smacking Kisum over the head. Right, kill the Mizukage thing. I got it. Well, let's get to killing then. My blade needs some fun anyways, Kisum said, smirking with the sound ninja close behind him in wanting some blood. So, what is the status report? Tsunade asked Shizune as she looked at a map of the continent. Sound has been pushing Leaf back further and further while Rain has been stopped. It seems they are pushing us back in the north but slowing down. Sound is almost to Kohona while we have stopped Rain in their tracks, even turning them around in some places, Shizune explained. Why is Sound slowing down? Tsunade asked. We aren't completely certain, but we think their men are spread out too thin for them to attack at full strength like they have during the beginning of the war, Shizune explained. When will they reach here? Tsunade asked. In a matter of days, Shizune replied gravely. Then let us be ready, Tsunade replied as she wrote down on a scroll and rolled it up. She called in an Anbu after she was done writing. Give this to a runner and tell him to run this to the Western commander, Tsunade told the Anbu. The Anbu nodded and jumped away. We won't let them take this village no matter what, Tsunade told Shizune, who nodded in agreement. So they are well defended? Itachi asked a shady figure in the woods outside of Kohona. Yes, the weak points are located here, here, and here, the figure said, pointing at points on a map of Kohona. Thank you. I'm glad I got Haku to ask you to join us, Naruto said as he walked up behind the spy. The spy jumped into the moonlight, breaking through the trees to reveal Sai. It's no problem, but please don't scare me like that, Sai said, rubbing the back of his neck. When will the attack begin? Sai asked. Soon, Naruto said as both he and Itachi puffed out of existence. Tsunade was seen leaning against a post atop the Hokage Tower with teams 7, 8, 10, Guy and their leaders. Even Jiraiya was there. They normally meet up on top of the Hokage Tower to talk and catch up. The teams have been stationed back here for the incoming attack on their capital. Sound being so close makes me worry, Sakura said to everyone. I know how it feels. I didn't think they would make it this far, Tenten replied. It's not like they can take the village because they don't know our weak points, Kiba yelled victoriously, making Sai flinch. Stone has finally stopped Sound's advance and counter-attacked. We have finally met up with Sand to the west. Rain is basically in full retreat. Sound is at a stalemate with Stone but is still advancing everywhere else, including here, Shizune said. I hope they don't make it here. The villagers are already mad enough at them, including the ninja, Hinata said looking down. All the countries that are fighting Sound and Rain are all blaming Naruto for what is happening. At least they aren't completely crazy. The people still want peace, so there might be a chance, Tsunade said with hope. Out of the corner of her eye she saw a glimpse of a cloaked figure. She turned her head and looked up at the Hokage monument to see two Yoinokuchi members looking down at them. One was standing on the third's head while the other was standing on the fourth's head. Look! Tsunade yelled, pointing up at two cloaked men. Everyone turned to see what she was pointing at, only to be struck with awe. Surrender now and spare your pitiful village another bloodshed, the one on the fourth's head announced. Somehow the voice was being projected over the intercom that spread through the entire village. What? Why would we do that, you fucking bastard? Kiba yelled even though they couldn't hear him. Should we accept? Those are the most powerful ninja in the world up there. Maybe we should just surrender and save the village, Tsunade said, only to be slapped by Asuma. Bullshit. We built this village by war and we are going to defend it by war. We will fight on until the flame of this village dies, Asuma yelled. The others seemed to agree with Asuma. The villagers were screaming at the voice throughout the village, saying that he should burn in hell. We ask again. Surrender now and avoid another bloodshed, he asked again. When only screams of anger came, he shook his head. Then let this day be known that you rejected your last chance for peace, he said while he took off his hat. His partner did as well to reveal Naruto atop the fourth's head and Itachi atop the third's. Naruto made a hand sign and ninja started to shoot over the edge of the mountain and down toward the village. As the ninja ran past Naruto, said ninja walked up to Kabuto, who was standing several feet away, and handed him a headset. Tsunade responded by calling all ninja to battle stations around the village and at the base of it as well. Naruto and Itachi jumped down to the Hokage and landed on the other side of the population that was already there. How are you? Naruto asked emotionlessly with sound of battle all around them. You just attacked your home and just say hello. I can't believe you. Sakura yelled as she threw her arms into the air. The Sharingan users didn't reply but simply stared at everyone with their Mangekyo Sharingan on and ready. Why are you doing this? Tenten asked. Again, no reply. Damn it, say something. Tenten screamed. If I told you, then it would be all for nothing, Naruto replied emotionlessly. Well, we can't let you leave without a fight, Jiraiya said, smirking. As intended, Itachi said, as Kiba was the first to dash at them. Kiba, wait. Ino yelled but was too late. A red blur shot from the side as smashed into him. Where Kiba once was, there was a red cloaked man in the same position that he hit Kiba in. As the honor guard slowly got up, 7 more appeared behind him. Damn it. Team 7, 8, 10, and Guy, take those men out. The more of them we take out now, the less we have to face later. Tsunade commanded, getting nods from the group. What are we going to do? Jiraiya asked, already knowing the answer. We are going after Itachi and Naruto, Tsunade said as she glared at the 2 former Leaf Ninja who still had their Leaf Ninja headbands with the slash through them on. It's going to be tough. Are you sure we should go at them alone? Jiraiya asked. We can at least weaken them so Kakashi and the others can finish them off, Tsunade said as they started to walk over to the missing ninja. Naruto and Itachi watched as the 2 remaining Sannin walked toward their hardest fight they will ever have. So, the 2 great Sannin have honored us with a fight. Itachi said emotionlessly. You shut the fuck up. Tsunade yelled. Calm down, Tsunade. They are trying to anger you so they can lure into attacking them, Jiraiya whispered. Tsunade seemed to calm a little at that. Well, since it's your home territory then I guess we should let the host go first, Itachi said. My pleasure, Tsunade said grinning as she started to walk forward only to be stopped by Jiraiya. What is it now? Tsunade yelled. Look, before we rush into a fight blindly we need to come up with a strategy to win. Those 2 are reported to be the best tag team ninja in the entire known ninja world. We don't need to run into a fight unprepared, Jiraiya whispered again. Tsunade sighed. Fine. What's your plan? Tsunade asked. Do you still know that bloodline blocking technique? Jiraiya asked. Tsunade seemed to be catching on. I see what you're up to. Yes, I still know it. You just need to help me get behind them so I can use it, Tsunade said as they again started to walk toward the Sharingan duo. Copy that, Jiraiya said grinning before their walking turned into a full-blown sprint. Naruto and Itachi simply raised a hand in the defense. Tsunade put chakra into one of her superhuman punches while Jiraiya made a Rasengan. As Jiraiya and Tsunade made it to their targets, Naruto and Itachi jumped over their attacks, just barely missing them. While the offending attacks were under them, they simultaneously grabbed their arms and pushed the attacks into each other. The Sannin quickly dissipated their attacks before they could collide. Jiraiya grabbed Tsunde's arm and twisted, making her spin a circle. Tsunade understood what he was going after and used the momentum to kick Itachi, who was the one over her. Itachi blocked the kick but was still sent high into the air. Naruto went down onto the intertwined arms with a kunai, forcing them to let go on the way down. When Tsunade and Jiraiya hit the ground, Naruto punched Jiraiya in the face, sending skidding across the roof. Tsunade took the chance to get behind Naruto only for when she was about to hit the nerve to cut off the bloodline, Itachi kicked her in the ribs from the side, also making her skid across the roof next to Jiraiya. Damn it. I was so close, Tsunade said as she and Jiraiya got up and readied themselves for round 2. Only this time, Naruto and Itachi took the offensive. Naruto went after Jiraiya while Itachi went after Tsunade. Fuck, they're fast, Jiraiya yelled as he just barely dodged a kick to the head. Tsunade saw an opening and dashed past Itachi and straight for Naruto. Itachi realized their plan as she was about to hit. Naruto, behind you, Itachi yelled, but it was already too late. Tsunade sent a spike of chakra through the back of his head. Naruto pushed back on the power struggle he was having with Jiraiya and jumped back to Itachi's side holding his eyes. Are you okay? Itachi asked with concern. Naruto slowly opened his eyes to reveal his sky blue eyes. Got ya, Tsunade breathed out. Now that he lost his ability to use his Sharingan, he will be as easy to beat as Sasuke, Jiraiya said, smirking, knowing that would pull a string. The chakra pressure in the area became extremely heavy and it was getting harder to breathe. Don't you ever put me on the same level as that pussy-ass bitch of a cousin, Naruto said as black chakra started swirl around him. Oh shit, Jiraiya whispered out. Naruto was upon him in a second. Naruto punched Jiraiya in the stomach, sending him into the air. Naruto quickly jumped after him and started to kick and punch Jiraiya further into the air until Naruto appeared behind him and kicked Jiraiya back down to the tower. The other ninja on the tower stopped and watched as Naruto beat the holy shit out of Jiraiya. Jiraiya smashed into the tower, leaving an enormous crater. Naruto landed on his feet next to Itachi. Was that really necessary? Itachi asked as Tsunade ran to help Jiraiya. Yes. They need to learn that Sasuke is just a worthless piece of shit, Naruto said as he motioned for his honor guards to retreat to them. Out of the 8 honor guards that went into battle, only 6 were still alive. There aren't many honor guards left in this war. True. I guess they learned the hard way, Itachi said. I guess this is goodbye, Leaf Ninja. We will meet again, I can assure you, Naruto smiling. With that, Naruto, Itachi, and his honor guards disappeared from the roof. Kiba, Ino, and Hinata needed to get to a medic center while Guy and Lee were pretty beat up as well. What now? Kakashi asked. We hold the village and finish this battle, Tsunade said. Did you really get rid of Naruto's Sharingan? Kakashi asked. Tsunade sighed. No, I blocked his chakra flow to his eyes by inserting my chakra into them. Much like the way Neji and Hinata do, and I'm sure Naruto already knows that, Tsunade said as a medic team began to pick up the wounded. How can you tell that he already knows, and how long will it take for his Sharingan to come back? Kakashi pressed. Naruto is nothing short of a genius due to the way this war has been going in his favor since recently. And as for the later question, for a normal person 1 month, but for Naruto 2 weeks, Tsunade said as she watched the battle over the village rages on. Why does Naruto get half the time while everyone else is a month? I thought the seal the 4th put on him gets rid of the demon inside of him. Kakashi asked. It does, but I guess the demon left him a present. That black chakra you saw earlier, did it feel like a human can produce that type of chakra? It looks like our fox friend left Naruto with the ability to produce demonic chakra, Tsunade said, smirking. I see, Kakashi said, looking crestfallen as the remainder of the group looked over the battle that was taking place. Kakashi, Guy, Asuma, Kurenai. Gather you men and get down there and help push these sound bastards out of Konoha. We are going to need everybody ninja we can spare if we are going to win this battle, Tsunade said as Kabuto began his propaganda speech. Hutis der Tag der Tage, den die Heilige Flamme der Jugend wird durch das Wasser des Krieges ersetzt. Kabuto's voice blared over the intercom. This battle was going to be long and grueling. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.